Imagine for a moment. What if the price for fulfilling your higher purpose was loneliness, detachment, and countless trials? Would you be willing to pay it? The path of the chosen is full of challenges, profound sacrifices, and at the same time, spiritual rewards that go far beyond what the eye can see. But what is the true cost of being chosen? In this video, we'll dive into this journey together. By the end, you'll understand the sacrifices this path demands and discover the precious rewards reserved for those who persevere. If you've ever felt out of place, misunderstood, or overwhelmed, know that this is part of the process. Together, we'll explore the lessons hidden in difficulties and how they can elevate you to a spiritual level you've never imagined before. So stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could transform the way you see your own journey. Since time immemorial, many have felt a deep call, an inner impulse that seems to whisper that there is something more to life than what is visible. This feeling can come in many forms: a restlessness in the face of mundane routines, a sense that the material world doesn't fully satisfy, or even a sudden spiritual awakening triggered by challenging events. This is the starting point of the chosen one's journey, the moment when the soul begins to recognize its higher mission. What many don't know is that this call is not always an easy blessing to carry. When the soul awakens to its mission, the chosen one is often confronted with questions such as, why me? Why now? Life, which previously seemed to make sense within its own limitations, suddenly begins to fall apart. This initial discomfort is a clear sign that an awakening is taking place, a transition from the ordinary to the extraordinary. And it is here that the chosen one begins to realize that they are facing something greater than themselves. However, this realization is not immediately accompanied by clear answers. On the contrary, the inner call is often accompanied by uncertainty and doubt, forcing the individual to plunge into an internal search. This is the moment when the silence of the soul becomes louder, and the search for purpose becomes inevitable. The chosen one begins to question the meaning of life that until then had seemed so ordinary, embarking on a journey that, although rewarding, will not be easy. Each chosen one goes through this awakening in a unique way. For some, it can be a gradual process, a slow building of consciousness. For others, it can be a catalyzing event, a trauma, a loss, or a mystical experience that opens their eyes to a new reality. Whatever the form, the call marks the beginning of a profound transformation, both in the way you perceive the world and in your relationship with yourself. Life will never be the same again. This initial stage is only the beginning of the journey, but it defines the entire path that will follow. The chosen one, now awake, understands that there is something to be discovered, something to be accomplished. However, with this call also comes the first cost: the need to face one's shadow, to strip away illusions and face spiritual reality head-on. This is the moment when everything changes and the real work begins. After awakening, many chosen ones are faced with an inevitable experience: loneliness. Feeling lonely is part of the process, and is one of the first sacrifices that arise on this journey. When consciousness begins to expand, old company, old surroundings, and superficial conversations no longer resonate with the new inner reality. The chosen one often feels that they are living in a different world, where what once made sense now sounds empty and devoid of depth. This isolation, however, should not be seen as a punishment, but as an opportunity. In solitude, the chosen one finds the necessary space for self-knowledge, to dive into the deepest layers of themselves and reconnect with their essence. It is during this period that many realize that solitude is not an emptiness to be filled, but a companionship with oneself to be enjoyed. Outer silence allows the inner voice to become clearer, and this process of introspection is vital for spiritual evolution. Loneliness often manifests itself in physical and emotional ways. Friendships can fade, relationships can weaken, and contact with the outside world can become increasingly sporadic. But it is in this withdrawal that the chosen one begins to realize the true value of connecting with themselves. In the absence of external noise, internal stillness arises. It is in this space of silence that the great revelations take place, and where the individual can truly understand the purpose of their journey. There is an important point that needs to be highlighted. The loneliness that the chosen one experiences is not permanent, although it seems relentless at first. It is a necessary transitional phase. Isolation, however painful, prepares the chosen one for a new type of connection, one that is more authentic and based on spiritual essence. The people who remain or appear in your life will be those who vibrate on the same frequency, those who understand your journey and share a similar worldview. Solitude is therefore a purification of relationships and a preparation for new alliances. In the midst of solitude, many chosen ones also develop a deeper relationship with the divine, with nature, or with the universe. It is in this external emptiness that the presence of the sacred becomes stronger, filling the chosen one with a sense of universal belonging. Physical isolation is no longer a problem when the being realizes that they were never truly alone. They were always connected to the whole. They just needed time and space to feel it. Thus, the sacrifice of solitude becomes a gift of self-knowledge and spiritual expansion. One of the most challenging aspects of the chosen one's journey is detachment. Renouncing what was once part of your identity is one of the most painful sacrifices, but also one of the most essential for spiritual transformation. After awakening and initial isolation, the chosen one begins to realize that certain aspects of their life no longer resonate with their new vibration. And, in order to continue growing, they are called to leave behind everything that doesn't align with this new reality. This process of letting go can begin subtly, with the loss of interest in certain activities, friends, or even places that once brought comfort. What once offered pleasure and security begins to seem superficial, devoid of the deeper meaning that the soul now craves. The chosen one is faced with the need to give up habits, beliefs, and behaviors that no longer serve their purpose in life. This is the first level of renunciation, where internal transformation begins to be reflected externally. However, these renunciations are not always easy or voluntary. Often, life takes care of removing things that the chosen one is not yet ready to let go of. This can take the form of losing a job, ending a relationship, or even moving away from family members. These experiences, although painful, are opportunities in disguise. They force the chosen one to confront attachment and understand that true growth happens when you let go of control. Attachment to materiality, external approval, or old versions of oneself hinders evolution, and life offers these challenges as forms of liberation. To illustrate this point, think of the metaphor of the butterfly. Before it can fly, the caterpillar must undress from its previous form, breaking the cocoon that imprisons it. In the process, it renounces the security of what it knew in order to transform itself completely. In the same way, the chosen one must go through a cycle of renunciation in order to break the cocoon of illusions and assume their highest form. Each letting go, however difficult, paves the way for something greater and more in line with their sole purpose. At the end of this process of renunciation, the chosen one not only frees themselves from what binds them, but also opens up space for new possibilities and experiences that are in tune with their spiritual mission. Detachment then becomes a form of healing and liberation, allowing the new to enter your life in a fluid and natural way. Although painful, detachment is an essential part of the process of spiritual evolution, because it is through it that the soul finds true freedom and alignment with the divine. Throughout the journey of the chosen one, it is common for events and challenges to arise unexpectedly. These obstacles, often seen as barriers or punishments, are actually essential tools for spiritual growth. They test resilience, faith, and the ability to stay on the path, even when life seems to be falling apart. Trials serve to purify the soul, removing layers of fear, doubt, and insecurity that are still rooted in the being. Without them, the chosen one would not be molded and refined for the greater purpose that awaits them. These trials often come in the form of emotional or physical difficulties. Financial problems, illnesses, existential crises, or the loss of loved ones can arise along the way, leading the chosen one to question whether they are really walking the right path. These moments of pain have the power to trigger profound internal transformations, as they force the individual to confront their shadows and vulnerabilities. Each challenge brings an opportunity for healing, not just of the body or mind, but of the soul. By facing these tests, the chosen one begins to realize that pain, although uncomfortable, is an ally in the awakening process. The trials also reveal to the chosen one the importance of strengthening their faith and trust in the process. Faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable, it is easy to succumb to despair and doubt. However, every trial comes with a lesson, and resisting the challenges only prolongs the suffering. By accepting that these difficult moments are part of their evolution, the chosen one begins to develop a deeper trust in the universe, understanding that behind every pain there is a greater purpose at work. Acceptance of the process is one of the secrets to overcoming trials wisely. In addition, challenges strengthen the spirit and prepare the chosen one for the next phase of their journey. It's like iron which, in order to be forged, has to pass through fire. The same goes for the chosen one. Trials are the fire that purifies, burns the ego, and shapes character. Each obstacle overcome is another step towards the divine purpose, a step towards alignment with the mission of life. And it is in this process of overcoming that the chosen one finds strength they didn't even know they had. Trials reveal true inner strength, often dormant until it is challenged to manifest itself. Finally, trials also bring great clarity and discernment. After going through the challenges, the chosen one begins to see their journey through new eyes. Pain and obstacles are no longer seen as enemies but as masters. Each difficulty brings with it valuable learning, and the chosen one begins to understand that it is precisely in the most difficult situations that their soul expands. Trials, then, are not the end of the road, but are the necessary preparation for the chosen one to access higher levels of consciousness and spiritual understanding. After facing the trials of the path, the chosen one is faced with a vital aspect of their journey: energy alignment. In order to raise their vibration and walk in harmony with their mission, it is necessary to go through a constant process of purification and spiritual cleansing. This is the price you pay to stay in tune with the higher frequencies. What many people don't realize is that, in order to sustain the new vibration acquired, the chosen one needs to abandon habits, patterns, and energies that no longer serve their evolution. This purification is both internal and external, affecting all aspects of life. The first step towards this purification begins with emotional and mental cleansing. Negative thoughts, old hurts, fears, and traumas need to be confronted and transmuted. This involves diving into one's own shadows and cleaning out what has accumulated over a lifetime. It's like emptying a suitcase full of memories and limiting beliefs that weigh down the spirit. This process, although painful, is extremely necessary for the chosen one to be able to vibrate at a higher frequency and tune in to divine energy. There is no way of carrying old burdens and moving towards the light at the same time. As well as internal purification, there is also the need to cleanse the surrounding environment. The chosen one realizes that certain places, objects, or even people carry dense energies that are not conducive to their journey. Here, sacrifice comes in the form of letting go of what was once familiar, but which now hinders growth. Charged environments, where there is a lot of negativity or stagnation, drain energy and hinder progress. For this reason, many chosen ones feel the need to move away, reorganize their spaces, and even transform the environment in which they live, so that it reflects the harmony and peace they seek internally. Discipline is another fundamental part of this energetic purification process. Staying aligned requires constant effort. It's not enough just to go through a single cleanse. You have to make it a habit. Practices such as meditation, prayer, energetic baths, the use of crystals, and other spiritual cleansing rituals become part of everyday life. For the Chosen One, these acts are ways of maintaining a connection with the higher spheres and ensuring that external energies don't contaminate their personal vibration. In this way, spiritual discipline is not seen as a burden, but as a way of maintaining balance. This purification process also brings with it a great learning about personal power and the capacity for self-healing. Throughout the journey, the Chosen One realizes that by cleansing their energies, they are also strengthening their connection with the divine and becoming more and more a channel of light. The soul, free of impurities, is able to shine more brightly, attracting situations and people who are aligned with this new frequency. This is the great gift of energetic alignment. As the Chosen One purifies himself, he raises his vibration and gets closer and closer to his divine essence. After going through the challenges of detachment, trials, and energetic purification, the Chosen One finally begins to approach one of the most rewarding moments of their journey: the encounter with their spiritual mission. At this point, the rewards begin to manifest clearly, and the Chosen One realizes that all the effort, renunciation, and pain had a higher purpose. The connection with the divine intensifies, and with it comes a sense of clarity, peace, and alignment that is difficult to describe in words. One of the first rewards of this connection is the clear perception of life's purpose. Everything that once seemed confusing or meaningless now becomes part of a greater whole. The Chosen One understands why he has gone through so many trials and sacrifices, because everything has prepared him for this moment of realization. Their mission, which was only a presentiment before, is now revealed in concrete form. This mission may be diverse, helping others, sharing wisdom, healing, creating. But what matters is that it is totally aligned with the essence of your soul and with what the universe needs from you. In addition to this clarity of purpose, there is a deep inner peace. By connecting with the divine, the Chosen One experiences a serenity that goes beyond external circumstances. This peace is the result of the confidence that they are on the right path, that they are fulfilling what they have been assigned to do. The restlessness and doubt that once dominated his mind begin to disappear, because the Chosen One no longer has to fight against the flow of life. They align themselves with the natural rhythm of the universe and, as a result, begin to live with more lightness and fluidity. Another aspect of this reward is the feeling of belonging. For much of the journey, the Chosen One may have felt out of place, lonely, or misunderstood. But when they find their mission, there is also a deeper connection with others who share a similar vibration. The feeling of being alone dissolves as the Chosen One begins to attract souls who are on the same frequency, people with whom they can share their vision and purpose. They realize that they are part of something much bigger, a spiritual community that transcends physical and emotional barriers. Perhaps one of the most subtle and profound rewards is alignment with the flow of universal abundance. When the Chosen One lives their mission, they become fully in tune with the universe. Abundance doesn't just refer to material goods, but also to a life full of meaning, love, synchronicities, and opportunities. Everything begins to flow more naturally, because the Chosen One now acts in harmony with what the universe expects of him. He realizes that by living in alignment with his purpose, the universe supports him, bringing him what he needs at the right time. This encounter with the mission, then, represents a turning point in the spiritual journey. The rewards, which once seemed distant, now manifest as a direct result of the sacrifices made and the lessons learned. The Chosen One, now stronger and more centered, understands that his mission is not a final destination, but a way of continuously serving the world and his own evolution. And it is in this service that he finds true fulfillment, for there is no greater reward than living in tune with one's own soul. After going through each stage of sacrifice and reaping the rewards, the Chosen One begins to understand a fundamental principle of their journey: the balance between sacrifice and reward. This is not a straight line, nor a cycle with a beginning, middle, and end. It is a continuous dance between giving and receiving, between the challenges faced and the blessings received. At this point, the chosen one realizes that their spiritual journey is an upward spiral, where with each new cycle, new challenges arise but also new rewards manifest. The key to sustaining this balance lies in full acceptance of the flow of life. The chosen one learns that sacrifices are inevitable, but they are not punishments. They are necessary steps for the growth and refinement of the soul. Each time a new sacrifice presents itself, it is an opportunity to learn, evolve, and become more aligned with your mission. And in the same way, the rewards that come are not random gifts either, but direct reflections of the chosen one's effort, commitment, and dedication to their spiritual journey. However, maintaining this balance requires attention and self-awareness. The chosen one must always be alert to the signals the universe sends them, recognizing when it is time to move forward with more determination and when it is time to rest and receive the blessings of the path. Many make the mistake of trying to force a balance, believing that constant sacrifice is the only way forward. But true balance arises from a deep state of presence, where the chosen one surrenders to the natural flow of life, without trying to control or resist the movements of the universe. This understanding leads to a profound change in perspective. The chosen one stops seeing challenges as obstacles and rewards as goals, and begins to see both as part of a continuous process of growth and expansion. They understand that in order to receive more, it will also be necessary to give more, whether in the form of effort, detachment, or service to others. And as his awareness expands, he becomes increasingly able to find joy and gratitude in both the sacrifices and the rewards. In the end, the true balance between sacrifice and reward is not measured by the number of challenges overcome or blessings received, but by the chosen one's ability to live in harmony with the natural cycle of their journey. He understands that each phase is necessary, and that by embracing both the ups and downs of the path, he remains in constant movement, growing spiritually, serving the world, and at the same time, experiencing the deep fulfillment that comes from living in total alignment with his mission. The journey of the chosen one is not for the faint-hearted. It is a path full of challenges, profound sacrifices, and moments of loneliness, but also full of incomparable spiritual rewards. With each trial overcome, the soul is strengthened, and with each renunciation, a new space is created for the divine light to manifest. The balance between sacrifice and reward is the true essence of this journey, and those who accept it find a greater meaning to their existence. Now, my question to you is, are you willing to pay the price to live life in total alignment with your mission? If so, know that the reward is not just a sense of personal fulfillment, but a deep feeling of connection with something much greater. You are not alone on this journey, and this space is dedicated precisely so that we can walk together. If this video has helped you reflect on your own journey, please like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that will help you evolve more and more. Comment below on the challenges and rewards you've encountered along the way. Your experience may inspire others who are also on the same journey. And finally, thank you for watching to the end. Every minute you dedicate to this video is a step towards your own transformation. Together, we can create a community of awakened souls, connected and ready to live according to their highest truth. May you remain strong, determined, and above all, at peace with the path you have chosen to walk. See you in the next video.